Hi, Coco here. World economies are being blown way out of the waters. Imagine an economy's currency losing its value by 70% in the last 8 years, 10.2% in 2022 alone, and in 2023, losing over 70% before its even year's end. That scenario is currently playing out with Nigeria's Naira. In the US, inflation rate is currently sinking from a decade's all-time high of 7% in 2021 to 2.7% as at today. Imagine the impact of all this on all levels of income earners, but most especially the lowest level of income earners. So when you know that it is important for you to save and invest a part of your income, it was only needful that I do a video to tackle a worst case scenario by asking ChatGPT how a $100 income earner in 3 different economies should tackle investing. We start with Nigeria, a developing country among the 3. Mind you, earning $100 is manageable but low income in Nigeria. Hey, assume the personality of a $100 monthly earner in a developing country like Nigeria. How will you start investing at least 30% of your income? And ChatGPT responded, if I were a $100 monthly earner in a developing country like Nigeria, looking to invest at least 30% of my income, here's how I might start. So number 1, it says, I will assess my current expenses. First, I'll carefully evaluate my monthly expenses to understand where my money is going. This includes basic necessities like food, rent, utilities, and transportation. 2, I'll create a budget. I'll create a budget to allocate specific amounts to each expense category, making sure to cover my essentials while leaving room for savings. 3, I would have an emergency fund. Okay, it actually says building an emergency fund is crucial. I'll aim to save an initial amount, even a small one, to cover unexpected expenses like medical bills or urgent repairs. It also said explore low-cost investments. Now, this is exactly what we asked ChatGPT to actually give us. It says with limited income, I would explore low-cost investment options like micro-investing apps or platforms that allow me to invest small amounts periodically. This might include investing in stocks, bonds, or mutual funds. So as a low-income $100 earner in Nigeria, basically what are you meant to do? Research low-cost investment opportunities like micro investing apps. I'm sure we have a couple of those, for example, like Piggyvest, something that is handy. So that is a kind of like a minimal option to explore. The next one, it says diversify investments. To spread risk, I'll consider diversifying my investments. This means not putting all my money into a single investment, but rather investing in a mix of different assets. I'll start small. I'll begin by investing a small portion of my income, perhaps 5 to 10% initially, and gradually increase it as my income grows. This minimizes the impact on my daily life. Okay, ChatGPT is also advising us to kind of like to get schooled. It says here, I'll educate myself about investing and personal finance. There are many free resources online that can help me make informed decisions, set specific goals. I'll set clear investment goals, whether it's saving for education, or home, retirement, or simply growing my wealth. I'll also seek professional advice. If possible, I'll consult the financial advisor to get personalized guidance based on my financial situation and goals. I'll regularly monitor my investments and adjust my strategy as needed. Market conditions and personal circumstances can change. All right. So ChatGPT is also advising low-income earners to take the long game. It says here, patience and long-term perspective is key. It says, I'll keep in mind that investing is a long-term endeavor. Short-term market fluctuations are common, but patience can lead to greater returns over time. All right. And it also says avoid high-risk investments. Given my limited income, I'll be cautious about high-risk investments that could lead to significant losses. What we're actually looking for was how should we be invested? So ChatGPT has actually given us a clear framework of what we should be doing if you are a low income or a $100 income earner in Nigeria. So the next country is the United States of America. Hi, America. And I posed this question to ChatGPT. Assume the personality of a $100 monthly earner in a developed country like the USA. How would you begin investing? And ChatGPT responded, as a $100 monthly earner in a developed country like the USA, beginning to invest can be challenging due to the limited income. However, with careful planning, here's how I might start. Wow, this is a very, very difficult scenario. It's almost impossible. Thinking about the USA, like a room costs $1,000 for rent per month. It's actually a tough one. But let's see what ChatGPT has to say about this. It says, number one, I'll assess my finances. The first step is to assess my current financial situation. This includes understanding my expenses, debt, and any existing savings or asset. Number two, create a bare bone budget. I'll create a very lean budget that covers essential expenses like food, rent, utilities, and transportation. It's important to minimize discretionary spending to free up funds for investing. For an American, this will be so bare bone that the $100 income earner is probably living with his or her parents or family members or friends. Emergency fund. So basically, it's saying some things that are similar to what it offered to a $100 earner in Nigeria. Debt management. If I have high interest debt, such as credit card debt, I'll focus on paying them down as much as possible. High interest debt can erode any potential investment gains. So, of course, America is a credit-based society, like Nigeria. You notice nothing like debt was mentioned. It also talked about exploring micro-investing apps. It says this can be a good option for someone with a limited income. All right. It says there are micro-investing apps and platforms that allow people to invest small amounts, often with no or very low fees. This can be a good option for someone with a limited income. So basically, that is what we are actually looking at. So a low-income earner, we're thinking in that direction. How can I, earn some money? Micro-investing apps. Here I'm thinking about Robinhood. Although that's a trading app, but that's basically what is coming off my head right now. It says start small. I'll begin my investment in a very small portion of my income, such as $10. ChatGPT is very specific here, or $20 per month to dip my toes into investing. Dip. So he says here, dip. He didn't say I'm going to rush. He says it was very clear. He says I will dip my toe. I mean, you're kind of like testing, the waters. The next one says consider employer-sponsored plans. Now it's assuming that this $100 income earner is actually working, not necessarily, self-employed or freelancer or trying to earn that income for his or herself. So it says consider employer sponsor plan. If I have access to a workplace retirement plan like a 401k, I'll explore this option. Some employers offer a matching contribution, which is essentially free money. Great advice. Great advice. Number 8, it says I'll educate myself. I'll take advantage of free online resources, books, and courses to learn more about investing and personal finance. Knowledge is crucial when starting to invest. I'll set realistic goals with a limited income. I'll set modest and realistic investment goals over time. As my income grows, I can increase my investment contributions. I'll seek low-cost investment options. It states here, I'll look for low-cost investment options like index funds or exchange-traded funds. This can provide diversified exposure to the market without high fees. I'll automate investments. Setting up automatic transfers to my investment accounts can ensure that I consistently contribute even if it's a small amount. I'll track my progress regularly, monitor my investments, and adjust my strategy as needed. It's important to stay informed about market conditions and investment performance. He said I will avoid high-risk investments. Given my limited income, I'll be cautious about high-risk investments and focus on long-term, low-cost strategy, the long game. Again, he's doubling down on the long game. It's important that when we start investing, we focus on the long game. The third and final economy we'll be looking at today is India's economy. So I pose this question to ChatGPT. Assume the personality of a $100 monthly earner in an industrialized and emerging economy like India. How will you begin investing? As a $100 monthly earner in an industrialized and emerging economy like India, here's how I might begin investing. So it goes the same route. It says, assess my finances, create a lean budget, just like it did for the last two. I'll create an emergency fund. It actually talked about debt management. Again, it's advising low-income earning Indians to explore micro-investing apps and platforms that allow small investments with low fees. It says these can be a viable option for someone with a limited income. Government savings schemes. Look into government-sponsored savings schemes like the Public Provident Funds or National Savings Certificates. These often provide safety and modest returns. So I don't necessarily know what these are, but I'm sure if you're an Indian, you either know what this is or you can actually research to find out what this is and how you can actually take advantage of something like this. Diversify your investments to spread risk. Consider options like mutual funds, which provide access to a variety of assets. This is really interesting. So it's not unusual for low-income earners to put off investing till they begin earning a lot more money. But you have seen it from ChatGPT. This is actually not even the best form of investment advice that you can get. You can actually walk up to a financial advisor to inquire about how you can begin investing even with minimal income. So in any country, a low-income earner earning like $100 a month can actually do some in-depth research, all right? And with a lot of hard work, discipline, focus, education, you can actually start investing. despite that little income. So remember, using ChatGPT for something as sensitive as investing should always just be a starting point. So don't wait. At any income level that you are at right now, pick up those prompts, run it on ChatGPT, and see what it gives you. How can you start investing at your level? Do not think that your income is too small for you to start today. Once again, don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. Until our next video, thank you for watching and catch you soon.